What are your hopes for Canada this year?
My biggest hope is that we address climate change in a more responsible and intentional way, and that we listen to Indigenous community members for cues on how to do that.
Keep it up, I guess. I'd like to maybe see something done about rising housing costs. I don't know. That's what comes to mind.
What I expect from Canada right now is like get rid of that COVID-19 thing. Little thing we've been hearing a little bit about. And they could invest in sports and art. I think that would motivate the next generation.
I hope they going to make good decisions about the climate and environment and things like this. You know, just the future for the Canada.
Environment is the most important issue for you?
Yeah.
Why?
And for everybody, I guess, because we're all concerned about it.
Maybe just to move on about the pandemic situation. We had to move on to do something about it. Better than this year's, I guess.
2022, I hope is going to be a peaceful year and that the COVID pandemic will be completely over. No more distanciation, and we can all be back to work and like the good old days.
I hope they handle things a little better, as in like COVID laws. I feel like we don't have enough freedom like most countries do, and pretty much like anything that goes around, like it's not real settled well. The government, they don't do enough. I feel like it's not enough they do. I don't see people happy. It's not really going well.
My hopes would be for Canada to take the environmental issues more seriously, to really try and diminish the plastic consumption we have. Also, I guess the Native Americans over here, there's a lot of issues with the pipelines and all of that I think their voices should be more heard.
End of COVID. Way more attention to climate issues because they're right here, right now. We need to deal with it. There's a deadline, and we've passed it, so that's important. Proper labor laws, so people are paid for their work properly. So none of this charity stuff. Like, people earn money, and they should have, you know, more than a living wage to be able to afford their their housing, all of that, like food, housing, supporting your children.
I think just the hopes for Canada is for us to kind of pull out of this whole COVID scenario that we went through, thinking, you know, like with hope moving forward, because I think it's been really tough for many people all the way around, and I think you know, that's the biggest thing. It's just hope moving forward.
I hope that Canada stays positive and can put things in perspective of what all the issues that are going on, and maybe that some of the fear-mongering and terror will settle down a little bit. People will be a little bit more positive.
I hope we get out of the pandemic. Get our economy on track, life on track, go back to normal.
That the unemployment is improved, there's more jobs available, that poverty is reduced, and that we have good weather.
Recovery. In all aspects, social, emotional, psycho, health-wise, just recovery. Wellness and recovery.
Well, I hope that COVID rules and regulations and incidents of COVID will be decreased and we'll get back to more of a normal existence like we've had before. And again, I hope that the standard of living improves for people and homelessness is reduced.
Well, I hope that we'll come out of this pandemic soon, and hope that Justin Trudeau doesn't quit or anything. That's all I can think of at the moment. And I also hope that things will work out with the Truth and Reconciliation front.
Oh, I hope that the pandemic will end and that we'll be able to do what we like to do, go out, enjoy with our friends, So I hope that's the last phase of the pandemic.
So I hope that Canada can get back to some type of normal and that the kids can go back to school and that, yeah, we can all kind of see our friends again and our family again.
I haven't seen the world really come together and work together during this pandemic, really. It's kind of been like a pit all or state all, like everyone's fighting each other over what we should all think about it, what we should all do about it. I just like to see people start to maybe work together rather than pit all these extremities against each other.
No more COVID. And also not so much hype on variants and everything, you know. It's becoming so mild that people don't die from it, you know, and so why make such a fuss? I see businesses closing. It's so sad. It's too much.
I hope we come through the pandemic on the other side. Kind of frustrated with the new closures right now. My boyfriend works in restaurants, so I'm really hoping that restaurants will reopen soon and that he can go back to work as normal and that it won't affect us as much anymore.
I guess my hope would be that we get the COVID situation under control, just get everyone vaccinated. I think that's probably the more important thing right now.
I wish for a better economy. I think that is something. Our government has done lots of things, but I think there's a lot of other things they can do. Both governments, both the provincial and the federal and what have you. I wish that everybody has a bit happier year maybe than last year.